And maybe there's another book to read. Hey Garrick, I'm reading your books. Did I read this already? Steel Garrote report. We found this book on a public bench. After careful study, our scribe confirmed the handwriting matches the signature on Tane's chaotic orb. Yeah, I did read that. Tane's diary. Dear Diary, here I am in the Living Lands. This island might not be the safest vacation spot, but it's certainly the most colorful. Also the most flavorful according to these mushrooms, and mushrooms seldom lie. Before I forget, I promised Bakarna I'd bring back a souvenir. There's rumor of a fallen star in Emerald Stair. Could be a nice addition to her collection. A message is scribbled on the inside cover. If found, please return to Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Okay. Oh! The Adir Empire Part 2, Expanding Borders. In 2602 AI, Adiran explorers returned from over the ocean, telling tales of the ruins and treasures there and of expansive fields that were perfect for growing Vorlas. The explorers warned the Ferkonig that the locals were not friendly to outsiders, but the Ferkonig, seeing this as an opportunity to extend his empire and secure trade on another continent, sent more explorers. Over the next 20 years, the area that would become the Dyrwood was investigated, mapped, and colonized. In 2623, the first permanent Adiran colonial settlements were established. The Vorla fields were set up north of the forests in the Dyrwood, but between the conflicts with the Glenfathans and the War of the Broken Stone, it floundered. It wasn't until 2643 that the opportunity presented itself again. Some Athosian pilgrims, wanting to escape persecution, established colonies and Vorla farming operations in the territory of Ritzeris. With Grand Vilia on the verge of collapse, the Ferkoning wanted to ensure his hold on the purple dye trade would be established. He encouraged the settlement and even paid to have pilgrims set up in the New World. Because the Ferkoning was still trying to secure his name in the purple dye trade, he was unable to properly respond to Admeth Hadrit when he issued his ultimatum. To avoid a rebellion and leave himself time to oversee the Vorla farms in Ritzeris, the Ferkoning relented and made Admeth a Gref Palatine. In return for this concession, Admeth spent time and resources on the Dyrwood trade and shipping routes, benefiting the Ferkoning with increased income. For 7 years, the Dyrwood provided Adir with a steady income, leaving the Ferkoning time to ensure his trade systems in Ritzeris was strong. With the Ferkoning's attention elsewhere, Admeth instituted the 10 Years Treaties, ending slavery in the Dyrwood and permanently removing one of the revenue sources provided by Dyrwoodan explorers. The artifacts from the ruins scattered throughout the Dyrwood. At this point, the Ferkoning's word meant almost nothing to the citizens of the Dyrwood. Excuse me. Admeth Hadrit had replaced him as their true leader. In order to undermine Admeth's standings, the Ferkoning found allies willing to explore the ruins against the treaty conditions and plunder them. Soon, Adir had a supply of artifacts to sell. When his agents were eventually caught, the Ferkoning distanced himself from the operations, certain there was no way to link him to the proceedings. But the Gref, using means provided to him by the Glenfallen allies, discovered the evidence needed to prove the Ferkoning was behind the plunderers. The conflict that arose from this revelation led to Admeth declaring independence for the Dyrwood in 2668 AI. After a bloody 4-year-long war that resulted in the death of Admeth, the Ferkoning relented. Trying to keep his control of the Dyrwood had become too costly. He signed treaties with the new Duke of the Dyrwood and returned his attention to the Ritzeris, redoubling efforts on the Vorlas trade, which is still running today. Okay. I need to grab a new drink.
Good news.
So 1 second. Not going to break for this because I just need to take a quick walk. Beverage required. Hey, Ambassador.
Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
I could tell him about the lair. I could tell him the truth, or I could lie. I'm afraid the assassin got away from us. That's what I'm going to say.
What? How could you let this happen?
You're the one who let them kill me in the first place. I could blame either of my companions, but that seems like a dick move, so it's mine. My failure.
Damn right it is. We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the living lands without resistance or fear. Worse still, now everyone knows our flank is exposed. Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive.
If Ludwig raises a fuss, just let me do the talking.
She will do the talking. The best we can do is grovel.
Do you really need Marius and me here for the groveling, or...?
There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end.
Don't forget why I'm here. The Dream Scourge.
Oh, yes, that. I'm sending you to Fior Messiverno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
Where does Fior Messiverno fit? I thought that was Inverno the whole time. Wow. What? Where does Fior Messiverno fit with the Dream Scourge?
My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, and souls are their trade. If we have anything in common with Animancers, it's a shared interest in curing the Dream Scourge.
What do you expect me to find there?
Answers. Nothing more. We need all the help we can get, even if it means appealing to Animancers.
Alright, I'll save my questions for Fior Messiverno.
Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
Yep. What? Ludwig? Sick mask. Whoa.
Heelguard. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No, strangling light. Keep her away.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Inquisitor Ludwig. So kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran Envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
Inquisitor Ludwig. Your reputation precedes you.
As does yours. Let me deal with him, and I will get back to you shortly. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence! You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me.
I've experienced the horrors of the Dream Scourge firsthand. We gotta stop it before it spreads.
Even if that were to happen, the living will replace the dead. We will ship them in by the hundreds to fill the empty houses.
Aye, damn.
Gods, Ludwig.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The living lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the Envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading word of our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
He's got more backbone than I would have thought.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. This island has seen nothing but us at our weakest. What say you?
I like how when the companions chatter, all the NPCs look toward them, because then when it flashes back, they have to jerk their heads back to where they need to look. But anyways, Huh. I think the two of you would be stronger together than apart.
I've been saying this all along, but his solution was to go over my head, to summon help from across the known world.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves.
Well, I mean... Animancy, I don't know if I want to bring that up. She's like an inquisitor. She'd probably get mad about that. Maybe my influence can steer them in a better direction.
At least one of us hasn't abandoned hope. Clearly I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
It's a sick mask, though. Wait, we just swapped places? That's confusing. Huh.
She is going to be a problem.
At least she's on our side.
Sometimes I wonder. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on. At least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad, unhinged.
So, nothing new then.
A fair point. No one survives this place without losing a little sanity along the way.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair is beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Cool. I finished my main quest in Dawnshore. So the, what do you call it? The quest revolving the pieces of the totem fragments mentioned a balcony over a place of selling, right? So I want to look around for that.
Can't be serious. That much for one rack of ribs?
It's the adherents. I'm sorry.
Is it up there?
Never knew armies ate so much meat. There's barely any left for the rest of us.
I don't believe you. Who can I speak to about this?
The ambassador. I wouldn't do that if I were you. What is it?
Me and my family shouldn't have to go hungry on behalf of the adherents.
You got a point. I'm wondering if it's that balcony. I do see... I went up there earlier. I jumped from there. So I know there's a way up. Could also be this smaller little outcropping right here, if this is even the right spot. Oh wait, I see a little ramp. Can I jump on top of the market district? Okay, but what can I do up here? Oh. Honey, grog, a merchant's ledger. A note tucked into the front cover of the ledger reads, Okana, I'll be out tomorrow, so do me a favor and keep your eyes on the bridge near the Adirian embassy. The local runts have been stealing from the market and dropping things in the canal. Some kind of game. Probably a lot of it looks valuable. Let me know if they add anything while I'm gone, or better yet, if you want to take off early and swim for it, be my guest. We already did our swimming for that, so we don't have to worry about that little comment.
You should see the drunks try to grab the lanterns. Gets me every time.
Can I talk to you about the blacksmith thing I found?
Good. You made it back.
Yeah, the Starmetal. Can you do anything with this strange metal?
Wait, is that Starmetal? Abaddon's arse, this stuff is rare. I'd love to make something with it, but I'd be afraid of ruining it. I can't think of anybody else in Paradise who could either. Who knows? Maybe there's a blacksmith in another city who can help.
Where should I start looking?
Well, if I were a betting girl, I'd wager one of the smiths in Solace Keep could work with it. Good luck getting inside, though. Or surviving the journey there.
Right. Gallowayne's Tusks is one of the deadliest places in the world. Probably not worth the trip.
No thank you. I'll take my chances with the smugglers here any day.
Alright, well, what do you have for sale? A lot of high-end stuff. I'm only looking for lockpicks right now, really? Maybe I can get rid of something I don't need. Like these sort of mundane clothings. Oh, damn it, I just sold my stuff. I said I wasn't going to sell that, so hold on. There it is, the court gloves. Those are the Adiran ones. I might have deconstructed the armor I had. Oh well. Premium protection. Good for you. I can't remember. Do you have any stuff?
I knew you'd be back.
Your sister said the same thing. You do not. You do have some cool stuff, like unique equipment, but nothing I'm interested in. Okay. They set a balcony above where things are sold, and this is the merchant district, so let's check out up there again. Maybe I missed something. I've pretty much killed most of the people up here, because this was... Oh, hey! The regular guards are back. That's kind of funny. On account of the Sparrowhawks being pretty much obliterated. This guy is probably waiting to get his revenge on me.
Unseen, unheard.
Sucks for him. Her. You.
Take a moment, people.
2 experience. That's all you're worth. See that? Oh, I do hear it. It might be up above the alchemist shop. Because that's what that was, right? Oh, whoa. That was weird. Not supposed to be here. Or maybe not the alchemist shop, but whatever this building is. Can I get there from here? Nope. I can get here from here. Oh, and there's a box. Spoiled stuff. What's in the chest? Oh. Not what I was looking for, but it's stuff. Oh, there's a way I could have jumped up from here. Okay. And I know I was here earlier, but this feels like it was the best candidate for... Oh.
Here it comes.
Great job, bud. Oh. Hey, the lightning bolt got it. Yeah! Lightning bolts. I noticed the mark on the map like at the last second and I turned around.
Another glorious battle.
Is this...
That's
Ah, yeah,
another
there it
piece
is.
of that Woedica totem.
Alright, cool. And Merchant's Journal. I used to get wagons of ore from Sovereign Point every month. Now, a year of silence. Either the mine dried up or something happened to the settlement. Either way, I can't stay in business like this. Turns out I'm not the only one getting nervous. A lot of the outposts inland have gone quiet. Plague, disappearances, creatures gone mad. Everyone's heard the rumors, but no one's got the answers. This can't go on. We rely on each other for essentials. Unless something changes, we're gonna die out here. Oh dear. Alright. Well, we found one more piece of the totem. I think the last one is going to be in the higher city. It's supposed to be in the Emporium, which was not named.
Hear me, Paradis. Did we not come here to escape the Empire?
Where is the Emporium? Now this is the candle maker. Is it this one? Oops.
You have no jurisdiction over the
I've gone too far. Yeah, it was way down here. Whoops.
Paradis Militia.
This building is Adiran property. Your people have no business being here.
I understand that, but you can't just march up to the gate and order my soldiers around.
Then order them to get away from our property, or I'll use more than harsh language.
Hey.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. I'm glad to see His Majesty is sending more Adirans to settle this untamed land. I am Alfir, a captain in the Steel Garrote under Inquisitor Ludwine.
Seem to be taking your rank quite seriously.
How else should one take one's rank, envoy? This sergeant of the Paradis Militia refuses to discipline his people about lingering near our headquarters. A less charitable woman might suppose that their loitering is intended to aggravate us.
Be reasonable. My militia need to pass this way to go to and from the East Gate. What are they supposed to do? Walk all the way down to the market entrance just to make you feel better?
So what is the loitering the captain is talking about, Sergeant?
Look, none of us are professional soldiers. We're militia. We all have other jobs to get back to. Of course, we'll stop to have a drink and a laugh with our friends on our way to and from the gate. If the Steel Garrote want to look down their noses at us for our lack of discipline, that's fine. Just stop complaining that we don't take everything as seriously as you joyless lot.
See? This is what I'm talking about. Antagonism, plain and simple.
Captain, you could just ignore the militia. The sergeant has his job and you have yours.
Very well, envoy. Though it would be easier to do my job if there were fewer distractions.
I suppose you'll have to rely on that famous Adiran discipline then. Many thanks, envoy.
Alright, so I bypassed the place I was trying to go to. I don't know why, but I thought this was like a pair of boots for a second, and I was like, damn, someone like had a bad time here, huh? So there it is. The Emporium. Let's look at a few more museum entries. Nazitak Poetry, a compilation. The Expedition. I move. There is no compulsion, it is not a need, but something pulls. I cannot deny its draw. The white wends out past my vision, its fierce eyes watch me as I move. The wolf tracks my step, a silent companion who will not join. All is blank, the pale expanse lies before and behind. I search. The miles pass and still my feet move. My hunt continues unabated. The landscape returns my gaze unaffected by my presence. The snow falls, needles driven by the wind. Its cold teeth bite my skin. The snow gathers its hands around my feet. A fierce opponent who will not relent. All is white. My journey continues. I travel. I can no longer stop. A true compulsion forms. The need drives me on, I must see. The sun breaks through the gray, its unrelenting gaze thaws me. My body warms under its touch. Frigid limbs move again and carry me farther. All is empty. The breadth of existence is my destination. That's neat. What's behind this door? I'm in your back rooms. Yeah, but this broken jewel is. Artifact observation, huh? Notes on the trinket recovered near the eastern ruins. Sacred object, but to whom? Iconography suggests Woedica. Very old. Perhaps from first Adiran settlers. Did Adiran ships land here centuries earlier than we thought? Curious implications for historical record. Definitely incomplete though. Part of a larger relic, more fragments in the area. Warm to the touch, enchanted, and valuable. Any assistance back here?
Looking for something?
Oh. I can't jump through there. There's a lot of foods. I don't feel like stealing foods.
I understand the curious spirit, but I promise that region is well mapped.
Let's see your other stuff. Chunk of Vioni Brather and offerings. During the construction of Paradise's walls, builders discovered a sinkhole where a small piece of Vioni Brather, the fallen moon, came to rest thousands of years ago. It was surrounded by coins and other valuables dropped by ancient settlers. What superstitious relevance they held for the moon rock remains a mystery. Many of the early Paradise citizens voiced concerns about unearthing the treasure trove, fearful that an act of irreverence would anger dormant spirits. Nevertheless, the pieces were given a place of honor at the Emporium to commemorate the history of the settlement. No spiritual disturbance has been recorded in relation to this moon rock, though it does have an unusual affinity for spiders. Huh. Riches of Sovereign Point. Jewelry, precious stones, and iron ingots recovered from the mining settlement of Sovereign Point. The fate of the original settlers remains unknown. The Longhouse had a prepared feast of meat, mushrooms, and cheeses, ruling out starvation as a cause of abandonment. Some believe the settlers succumbed to the madness of isolation, though others dismiss this as speculative. The riches of their mine were not originally intended for historical preservation, but no one would trade in the artifacts for fear of their curse. Neat. Fibrous fungi. Left. Fire Crown, a hardy cave dweller from Galawain's tusks. Parasitic to insects, despite its appearance unremarkable to eat. However, the Pargrunin claim that it enhances stamina, and they often consume it before battles or long journeys. Enjoys considerable popularity among young warriors for this reason. On the right, Marrow Sponge, fruits in autumn and winter beneath deciduous trees, a windfall to Valian traders who brought it to the republics and made it a culinary trend among the nobility. Best enjoyed with garlic cream sauce and a full-bodied red. Front, Makewind Skirt, unique among the Living Lands fungi for its lack of exclusivity to the terrain. Explorers from the Deerwood recognize it immediately, and it is known as Nanakatl to travelers from the Ixamital Plains. It thrives on tree trunks throughout the region, though the matter of how it came either to the Living Lands or from it remains a mystery. Okay, and then colorful fungi. Left is Cletida, grassland mushroom named by the Pargrunin for its resemblance to their buckwheat cakes. Though common in the early recipes of Solid's Keep, it has become a delicacy due to the inhospitable terrain. Chewy when cooked, imparts an unexpected meaty taste. Right is Zorb Goblet throughout the Living Lands, especially in winter and early spring along forest floors. Locals report that when dried and ground, they stanch bleeding, and many explorers carry the powder to treat minor wounds. The back is Whale's Bud, native to the riverbeds of New Culklin, and the source of much controversy as its kith neighbors. As much controversy. Some naturalists revere it as a powerful hallucinogen, others report no effect. This researcher questions the standard of their experiments. Yeah! Well, I see the goblet. Okay. This mentions 3 fungi, but I only saw 2. Oh well. Taxidermy Sporling. A young sporling preserved, donated by the Wardens of Solace. Believed to be either a worker or a very small warrior, this sporling lived decades ago in a cave in Galawain's tusk. It would have spent its life either carrying heavy objects or brutally attacking the knees of its foes. Here it stands among the fungus of its natural habitat.
I hope whoever stuffed that covered their nose and mouth.
That's a little guy. He's got pine cone arms and legs, basically. More fungi, exotic ones. On the front, witch's hair, that one. The strands of this strange fungus contain both spores and a light venom meant to deter predators and paralyze insects and small animals, which would then decompose into nutrition for the fungus itself. Often crushed and combined with sulfur to create witch mash, a yellow-green paste often used in small doses to remove wrinkles from under the eyes of the wealthy and vain. Magrin's Torch, isn't that this one? Yeah. Seen often in caves near volcanic activity, this ovoid fungus holds small spines inside its bellows-like body. When squeezed, these spikes penetrate the outer membrane and release spores, causing immense pain that could be described as burning. Delicious when properly prepared, the spines, once carefully removed, can be used as sewing needles or artistic implements. And the back, I think that's the Mogren's one, that's the blood pipe. Back right. Despite the deadly sounding name, blood pipe is quite harmless unless crushed and mixed with boiling salted water. The resulting broth, while delicious, would render adult kith senseless within a few moments. The godless were believed to use this soup in controlled doses to induce hallucinations or to relax the mind, but the correct recipe for safe mixture has yet to be discovered. And the last one, the deadly fungi. There are 4 in here, huh? So, left, Ascension of Multitudes. Beneath this fungus's rather dramatic name lies a simple fact. To touch it with bare skin is to invite a crippling pain and death. Believed to have been used in ritual mass suicide in Galawain's tusks, the fungus gives off a scent similar to that of rye berries and sage in hopes of luring a victim, which collapses on contact with the fungus and provides ongoing nourishment for its offspring. Flock. Right front, Widow's Tear. Found throughout the living land, seen most often in the caves in Galawain's tusks. Widow's Tear contains a venom harmless if ingested, but deadly if used as an injected poison. Often found growing near shallow graves or exposed carcasses, it contains a foul-smelling liquid that can be used as a source of water depending on one's desperation. This was mentioned when we met, what's-his-face, the dwarf guy. Back right, blue feather brush. Nearly identical to the much deadly witch's hair fungus, the blue feather brush can only be identified by its slight earthly aroma it exudes when harvesting. Mere contact with the skin is harmless, but inhaling the fungus's earthly aroma, even in small doses, can cause shortness of breath, tightness in chest, and difficulty maintaining conscious thought. Those stricken by this condition often find themselves stumbling toward caves, cliffs, and small bodies of water where they collapse and provide nourishment for the fungus in its new location. Ingestion leads to an incredible sense of euphoria, followed by a slow, inevitable death. Alright, well, there's not much room for those in my diet. I think we're done with Paradis for a while. So that's pretty cool. We can take this back exit we never took last time. And I want to finish off the northern end of Dawnshore, because that is something we can do. So let's see where this takes us. I hear you.
Is this what it's like to travel with an envoy? I can get used to this.
I hear you. Where are you? Up here? I never went up this way. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's a lockbox. Keep collecting all this food and then not using it. It's like potions back in Neverwinter Nights. I like that the... Oh.
Envoy.
Stedge, I guess your name is? Can I help you?
On the contrary, Paradis believes it can help you.
I didn't hear you coming, so Paradis must have sent their best.
Careful, it could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
We have learned you are not a figure to be trifled with. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this.
We got a writ of
We
passage.
deem you worthy. This time, we trust you will remember our gratitude.
Fella?
We will be watching, Envoy.
This must be, I'm assuming, quest item, writ of passage, fellow travelers. Let it be known that the Adiran envoy is a proven friend of the Paradis Resistance. Grant this godlike the safe passage and liberty that we afford to our most trusted compatriots and allies. Eagwolf. Alright. So we're here. Here's the exit. That's cool. I don't know how I feel about the way part of this map is showing up, but not most of it. There was another entrance, yeah, right there. But what I want to do before anything is head to the next camp, the one up north, and put the last pieces of the shrine of or the Totem of Woedica together and get all the bonuses. Yeah, because that's exciting, right? Ooh, wait. I didn't get a good look at these mushrooms. I like the glowy shrooms. Temple. Fragments. Distant voices echo. Skibidi beebidi bee. Okay. Do I have to like hit a thing? I'm gonna strain my ears to listen.
Are you certain?
I know what I sensed. I am beyond all doubt.
A source of essence? In the living lands? Impossible.
I'm gonna keep listening.
I felt the flutter of Audra. There was no mistaking it. I followed it, but a mist blinded me. I could not proceed.
A vein separate from ours?
I cannot explain it any other way.
An ill wind blows through Eora if any of what you say is true.
I'm gonna listen more about the implications. I don't know what that means, the difference here.
It may not be hostile.
Its existence is hostile.
Please, I've considered this with care. Think of the kith who live there. Always just beyond our reach.
I assume nothing. I will not rest until I learn the truth of this. If we cannot bring it to light, we all may be at stake.
There. Adds a little culture to the camp, doesn't it?
Huh. So what did this do, these last two? Reduces companion ability cooldowns by 15%. Crit hits deal higher fire accumulation. Alright. Actually, you know what? I haven't looked at these in a while. The recipes I've got. Let's just make... I think there's an achievement for getting, crafting one of everything. So I don't know what I have crafted and what I haven't. I'm just doing the ones I have 0 of so far. You have something you want to say.
Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go.
The forests are thick there, but between the two of us, we can handle it.
They're not just thick. They're nigh impenetrable. And there's a distinct feeling that they want you dead. Nothing we can't get through, but you'll be glad you brought me along.
I haven't regretted it yet.
Well, I do have some experience with Emerald Stair. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost.
Well, I'm thankful for your expertise, I guess.
Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject.
Is it common for everyone to have, like, the throwing knives on their chests? Because the assassin guy had those, too. What do you think of Kai?
Companions? It's just Kai, isn't it?
That's funny.
As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins.
I like how the prompt said companions, because it's a generic thing, and he commented on the generic-ass dialogue thing. That's kind of funny.
Until next time.
Alright, well, we're done here. I'm gonna exit here. Ah, damn it.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and shard earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you.
You seem unsettled by Ludwin. You want to talk about it?
Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her.
Well, she did, like, come back from death. You sure you don't have a history with her? Can't you tell me more?
We reach. The spines tear into us. We pull our hands away. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know.
Did she hurt you specifically?
A storm from the same spark. All pain cuts with the same blade. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it.
If it comes to it, I'll deal with her my way.
No recourse but teeth.
Oh.
The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care. The voice just wants her dead. I kind of respect that. I want to go after the expedition team. I'm disappointed I didn't find a way shrine over here because, you know, there's been one at a lot of these other major spots. Is this like the rise? Okay, so I guess this is the point for this area. Alright, that's fine by me. Can barely reach that? Yeah. I don't know how. I wouldn't. Do I want to try going that way? Yeah. We're out here exploring, fellas. That's the fun part.
Keep quiet.
They got a bear. There's an elder. Any cool stuff? Hold on, let me scout it out. You can't see me, so yeah, I don't exist. Let's get rid of your old man. Ah, the lightning bolt. That was great. Hell, I'm stuck. Okay, I'm glad that
we make a good squad.
Didn't work for them either. Alright. There's a dead body over here. Oh, a dead Zorip. Yep. What do these guys have coins for? Do y'all visit the local market? I won't judge. I'm just curious.
Never trust a waterfall. Who knows what's hiding back there?
Good question. Let's find out. Oh, there's a bounty over here. I think that's what that is.
Zarps and ogres don't raid for fun. They raid because people turn hunting grounds into farmland.
This is a Zorip space. I see the little drawings. Alright, what are we doing here? Hell. Ogres. It's all ogre now.
I shouldn't need to tell you that ogres are dangerous. Just look at that one.
Oh, that's the boss. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Alright, took care of your backup.
Hey! Over here!
Hey. Where is your... I'm not aiming at someone. There we go. Heart Seeker? Oh, you know what? Let's find him. How do you like feeling all the elements? Oh, I can pitch a special one. Yeah. Gotcha. What do you got?
Nice job, everyone.
Ralka's head, okay. I guess that's a choice for loot. You got the 7 strivings, okay. What the hell is that? The 7 strivings. Two-handed melee weapon, unique, obviously. Determined step, killing an enemy gives you plus 15% move speed for 10 seconds and 5% crit hit chance. The blade of this axe is carved from the scapula of a legendary Zorp war chief, known for their impressive size and might. In life, they were an unstoppable force on the battlefield, able to recover from dire injuries in the middle of combat, while their powerful presence filled their followers with a lethal force. They went on to subjugate half a dozen other tribes and forge a small Zorp empire, perhaps the largest known to history. When this war chief eventually died, their empire fell into infighting and crumbled, but not before 7 strivings was crafted from their remains. Though this renowned war chief is long dead, a small sliver of their ferocity and tenacity lives on in his axe, imbuing its wielder and their might. I am so tempted to just deconstruct this, but I will store it. Oh. Yeah. I will deconstruct a few things just to save up on, you know, carry capacity. Alright. Oh yeah, you had some explosives here. I didn't get to use them. Yeah. The ability to deconstruct on looting would be great. But I don't mind it. That was the falls. Looks like there's just nothing up here. Okay. It's another Zarep camp. You froze. Wait, is there another... There you are. Ow, whoa. There's 2 of you. Chill out, dickwad. Wow, you had a spoiled cucumber. No wonder you're dead. That's your diet, huh? Cooked lashwing. Burned lady. And here we go. This guy is not going to care about the fact that I killed all of his friends.
Next one's mine. Take your best shot. Watch yourself.
Bang. Not much else down here. Anything around this little windy bit? Can I go up top? I can, and there's a mushroom. Migrant's Blessing. As well. This is a very high ledge and there's no easy way down, so I have to go back and walk. They couldn't put like a little pond or a cushion down there just for the fun of it. I guess it would be a little too obviously video gamey. Well, we ended up going in reverse order of what I expected. And now that I've done that, I want to go around this way. I see a cave over here. Oh, there's a fast travel beacon. Great. A storage cave. Okay. Letter to the Oracle. This letter appears to be unsent. Though smooth now, it bears evidence of having been previously folded into the shape of a paper glider. Mr. Oracle, you've been very generous with your skellings, and I appreciate that, but the adherents have started asking around about me at the market. Isn't often regular folk are carrying purses full of gold, you understand? Now that they've gone and started inspecting all the shipments coming through the port, I can't afford to keep ferrying goods. The sciences aren't exactly illegal in the city, but the Steel Garrote people don't much like it either, and I'm starting to think I might end up at the bottom of the river if we keep this up. Sorry, I know you'll understand. Niall. Hold on. That was the same name. Oh, I don't get to keep that, I guess. Not the assassin's note. There it is. Okay. So I think Niall was the guy that was killed by the guards over by the lift. Sucks for him, I guess. Hey guys. Don't look at me.
This looks like the path Oscar told us about.
Oh, there's a lot of red dots behind me. That's not good. Don't you start with me. Where is the pile of loot? There it is. Well, here we go. Actually, this might... No, this isn't going to creep up all the way around. Okay. Ooh. See more stuff to look at.
If you look, you can see Fort Northreach from here.
No. Too soon.
It's right there. There's DeHengen's cottage. There's the lighthouse. Ugh. Nice view. Oh, there's the Adra. Oh, hey. Kauia's journal? The slim volume is warped and water-stained. A quick flip through its pages reveals that it was diligently updated for 7 years. Its last entry is dated 2828, the year of Eothas's return. 2821, season of nesting birds. After 27 hours of difficult labor, I am the mother of a coral pink squall of a girl. I will call her Meta, after my mother's sister who was carried away from us on Amira's wings last season. May she have something of her spirit as well as her name. 2823, season of sun showers. Anaru presented Meta with a fishing pole, the harpoon, and the basket this morning. How anxious I was that she should choose the harpoon and spend the hot seasons away at sea, or the fishing pole and be fettered away always to the town, or the basket and spend her life climbing trees. But sweet Meta turned her back on all of them and crawled into her father's lap. She will be as her father is then, a healer, and stay always near to me. 2826, season of ripening Kawaiki? Last night, Meta told her first story. It was a tale of a mighty warrior. Hold on. She was 5 years old. Told her first story. It was a tale of a mighty war parrot who fought fearlessly in many battles against a terrible Nega, but thought he was a great warrior. He always wanted to explore the island, so when his mother wasn't looking, he flew to the top of the Serpent's Crown in Neketaka. He saw all the way to Hasongo. The sky went on forever. But he became scared of the heights and called for help, and his mother, the queen of the war parrots, came to rescue him. From then on, he was happy to remain a warrior. Great Aunt Meta once told me a similar tale when I was a foolish young girl determined to climb the tallest Koiki tree in the village. Perhaps there is something of my old aunt's soul in my daughter after all. 2828, season of churning waves. A dread storm cloud sits heavy on the horizon and small tremors shake the sand, but my girl is not disturbed. Tonight she leads the children in a performance of Nagati's Kraken Dance, as taught to us by the young woman from Maje Island. Women. We made her bracelets and anklets from shells we collected on the beach together, and she wove her skirt herself. As we near the season of her birth, I remember how, when I first quickened, I told Anaru I was afraid. It is strange to look upon this tiny mind now and think I may have never known her. How strange this life of mine, how generous the gods. Huh. Waterfall? Nothing behind the waterfall. Whack.
If you traveled weeks to see him,
You can wait a few more days.
Oh.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
Some crusty old priest isn't going to change that.
Hey there.
The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Lands suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home, because the goddamn temple is closed.
I'm here at Ulfric's request. You got an expedition in trouble?
The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured, and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure. Until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum.
I could just sneak by while they're arguing. Nah. Do I want to flex? I don't really want to be sort of upfront about this. Yeah, let me through now.
Right. Of course. Absolutely. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard.
Are they going to use it against me?
And Envoy, thanks. I know Offreak will appreciate you looking into this.
Offreak, okay. I'm just going to nod and leave.
Kara, this is unbelievable.
You right. Okay. I see some Adra hidden beneath the bush. Oh, this is a whole zone. Doesn't have a unique loading screen though. That's kind of weak.